Welcome, everybody. Today we're talking all about photography. We're talking about what you need to do to start a professional photography business. We have a guru in the house, somebody who is making six figures working as a professional photographer in Cameroon in Africa. Yes, it's possible to live from your art. It's possible to live, to make a living from your passion. And today with our guest, PENJO BABA. He is a celebrity photographer who has done work from Cameroon to Nigeria to Ghana, all over the world. Sit tight, guys. We're going to have so much fun today learning about photography and also having some practical lessons in photography. If you have your phone ready, if you have a camera ready, just keep it around you, because PENJO BABA will be giving us some tricks on how to make things work and get the right picture for whatever it is that you want to do. As you tune in, let us know where you're watching from. Share the video with all your friends. Let's have more people tuning in because it's going to be a very enriching session. This is Spotlight with Gwendy. On this program, we talk to people, personalities, professionals whose stories can inspire and empower the community. And if it's your first time tuning in, please try to subscribe, follow our page so we can grow. That said, let's take the jingle and let's roll. Welcome, PENJO BABA. PENJO the boss.
Hello.
How far now?
I'm here, I did good.
You just did like say you know they.
Yeah.
You are welcome,
I did.
man. Thank you so much.
How?
Thank you so much for making out the time to be here. I know you're so busy. You have a lot of things on your plate. I know you're just coming back from a very big celebrity wedding, one of the biggest weddings that Cameroon has experienced in a while. Man, welcome back. How was it? How was it like?
Thank you. Gwen.
So how was that experience? How was that experience over there at Cocoemilia's wedding? If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, she is one of the top influencers in Cameroon. She's a model, she's a business woman and all of that. And PENJO BABA was one of her photographers, and I would say one of the main photographers that she had. How was that experience like? I know it was like a whole lot of people and all of that. People were waiting for pictures from you as if they were waiting for bread.
Yes, of course. It was a very amazing experience. First of all, I negotiated the business with Coco, and I negotiated the business with her from the beginning to the end without knowing that she's the one. But I knew she was the one almost at the wedding day. So it was an amazing experience because I know who she is. I know her husband. I followed about her husband, and I realized it was a big wedding just when it was already at hand. And that was a very big experience for me because when you know somebody before early, you start preparing your mind and how to work.
Yes.
But the way it is, we were prepared. We were prepared always, and so we handled it professionally. And the kind of people we met there, it was like, well, we're there, we're here to shoot. So it was and then she's a very simple person. Her husband, a very simple man. And so we flow, everything we were flowing like never like we have made before. But we had a meeting in the night before the next morning, before the wedding day. And that's when we met, we discussed, and we were just flowing. Although we went to the village, traditional marriage, we did not have time to talk. We just walk. So for me, it was, she's a very nice person. And the people around her, the people who came for the wedding, they were great personalities as well. And so it's something we're used to. But this was like, people came from all over, like Cote d'Ivoire, France, and all that. So I myself, I was experiencing and learning and knowing those people. And she went back, when they went back, I started receiving messages. The people who came from abroad asking for because they were asking her pictures, their pictures, and then she sent them my number, and they were texting me and
They
asking
started
for their
buzzing your
pictures.
phone
So
like, man, send
for
me
me,
picture
it
them.
was it's like connecting people. The way they connected myself and other people.
Wow. That is really, really amazing, Penjo Baba. I want to say that we've seen you grow from a simple photographer who was taking pictures of different events, evolving into this very mighty professional guy who has worked with celebrities from all over Cameroon, Africa, and all of that. Before we get into talking about
Oh my
all of
God.
those things and your evolution in your career, I want you to kind of like just let people know a little bit about you. Who is Penjo Baba? Is this your real name? And just get to know a little bit more about you in like a minute also.
I didn't hear where the line was cut. Disconnection.
All right. So Penjo Baba is joining us from Cameroon, guys. And sometimes we do have some connection problems over there. So you're going to have to bear with us. And we're just so grateful for this time that you're spending with us. Penjo Baba, I was asking, is it possible for you to introduce yourself to us? Let the public get to know a little bit more about who Penjo Baba is, where does he come from, what is his real name, things like that.
Yeah, Prince Baba is a man from Kumbo in Cameroon, the northwest region of Cameroon, of six. And then he's a twin. I'm a twin as well with a female.
Oh my God, are you a
And so I
twin?
have two
Wow.
kids. I'm a twin, and my birthday is next week. So,
Oh,
and
that's
I have
amazing.
two boys. I
Wow.
have two sons, two boys, Noel and Rodney,
Mhm,
and my mom, my parents. And so I didn't start as a photographer. I started
mhm,
a lot with NGO, my rural communities. And so with that, with those projects, I was always sending my reports to my partners in the US.
mhm. Yes. And so you didn't start as a photographer. For those who are just tuning in right now, this is Spotlight with Gwendy. It's a 1 hour conversation with people, personalities, professionals from all over the world, Africa, Cameroon, and globally, whose stories and experiences can inspire and empower the community. Today, we're receiving an award-winning photographer. He's a professional photographer who has specialized today in commercial photography and wedding photography. His name is Penjo Baba. And today we're going to be talking all about photography, professional photography, and how you can actually make money as a photographer, whether you're in Cameroon, in Africa, or any other place around the world. This is somebody whose profession is able to pay his bills, is able to make a profitable living as a photographer in Cameroon. And today he's going to be sharing his amazing skills with us. I want to invite all of you who are watching right now and stay to the end because you're going to be
Sorry.
benefiting from some practical skills from this amazing photographer we have as our guest today on the program. Welcome back, Penjo Baba. We lost him for a minute because of
Sorry, the line
connection
was
problems.
off. I don't know what happened.
Yes, 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 yes. So you were telling us about your journey into
Sorry.
photography, and today you have specialized in wedding photography, commercial photography. So take us through that journey of yours. What was it, first of all, that inspired
Yeah,
you to become a photographer?
like I was saying, it's more of I started with my NGO and I was doing projects with my partners in the US. I was accompanying
Mhm.
my reports with pictures. So
Okay.
anytime with pictures and documentaries, because I was shooting both. So I became more, they started liking my pictures and they encouraged me to do pictures and videos. And then I started doing like all of those both, or the boats. And at the same time, as time was going, I kept taking more good pictures and doing more videos, documentaries especially. And in 2012, I did my first wedding. I'll never forget. And it was when I look at the pictures today, I'm happy,
Mhm.
you know. the quality was not that good, but I think it's one of the jobs that put me where I am because I learned from it, and
Yes.
as time was going on, I kept doing my best. So in 2015, I created my wedding page on Facebook, which today has about 160,000 followers. I created that page and started putting my
Woo-hoo-hoo!
pictures. That's where I started having more
100.
clients.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So I started
Congratulations,
having
Penjo
more
Baba.
clients, and the wedding I did, one wedding I did in Boya, Bella, no, in Cameroon, in Kumo, sorry, Bella Niger saw the pictures
Mhm.
and was happy to publish the pictures. Another wedding in Boya, Bella Niger was happy to publish the pictures as well and the story. So
Wow.
with that, I kept progressing and learning and growing. So today, and more to that as well, there are so many photographers in Cameroon today who are doing weddings that we work together. We work together as time was going. And today, I'm happy to say I see them having their own production houses, their production photography houses, and doing weddings as well. So this is one of the things that makes me proud as somebody who sees people grow as well. And so today, I mean, shooting the wedding that I'm shooting and doing the business that I'm doing, I feel very. It's not like it's easy. It's not like it's all roses, but we're having a lot of complications also as we work. It's everything you do. You have to face some difficulties, challenges, and the important thing is how we manage to fix it and move on. So those are the journey has not been easy, but
Not.
it's really yielding some fruits. That's what I can say. Yes.
That is amazing, man. It's yielding fruit because you did make
Yeah.
6 figures inside Cameroon where people then they abroad, they for bush. They not even realize that kind of money then. Penjo Baba the she don't so it be like 10 million one time for one event. Like Joe and because with the say no, the kind of people that you work with, we can tell from that. But anyways, we're going to come
Yeah.
to the
Well.
financial aspect of your work as a professional photographer. But then let's go back a little bit to something that you said about Bella Niger. How did you get your work across
Yeah.
to Bella Niger? Did you just tag them, or how did it happen?
I tagged them. That was 2014. I tagged them because I was always following because I was doing weddings, and so I was
Mm-hmm.
following their page and commenting and sending them messages. And there was one guy there that we used to we were communicating like that. So when I sent him the pictures of the traditional wedding in Congo, he said we can feature this. That's how we started.
Wow.
And
Mm-hmm.
now, as we're talking, they are working on Coco Emilia's pictures. I talked about it. They followed her page and saw that she's a
Wow.
very big personality,
Mm-hmm.
celebrity. So they are working on putting her wedding on their platform as well.
Mas abeg una pour
So
me
that's
out there for Penjo Baba ya. Wa Cameroonian photographer is going far. He's going to places, we need to keep pushing our industry, our entertainment industry, our culture industry, everybody that is doing something. We need to come together and push them forward. Really, I want to say congratulations, Penjo Baba. I don't see you do wedding for South Africa. I don't see you do wedding like every kind of country.
yeah,
So tell me,
yeah.
how are you able to have these kind of contracts that you have today?
Contracts or weddings or jobs, they
Yeah,
come
jobs,
from
basically
more.
jobs, contracts. How are you able to get some of these gigs that you get?
They they come from more from referrals. Referrals. That's
Okay.
why sometimes you see me post on social media. Can a business survive without referrals? And I know why.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people would think you can do business on your own. You need people.
Right.
You need
Mm-hmm.
people who can refer you to clients. So that's how I survive. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just about referrals, but when they refer you and you do a good job, that's another referral coming. So apart from referrals, it's also about social media. My jobs on social media, a lot of people write me inbox, and it really gives me more contacts. Like they contact
Mm-hmm.
me all the time on
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that we lost Penjo Baba there for a minute.
Connection.
Oh, he's back. Right. So really, you're gonna have to excuse us. Penjo Baba is joining us from Cameroon, and the network is not always the best. So if you see him go
Yeah.
off, do try to understand with us. Yes, go ahead, Penjo Baba.
Yeah. Somebody is asking a question. How does it work when carrying out
A contract out of
connection?
Cameroon. We're gonna just answer this one question now, but we're gonna come back to questions from the public a little bit later because we have a few questions that we need you to answer. So go ahead and answer to Zebedi
Okay.
Kiawi, who is joining us. Where are you joining us
Yeah.
from, Zebedi Kiawi?
Yeah. So he's asking, do I take care of my visa or the person inviting me? Of course, we discuss, and it's always about the price, the cost. I always try to include my flights in my bill.
Mm-hmm. All righty. We're
Connection.
really
We discuss about lodging. Yes. So I mean, the client is just offering me maybe invitation letter or facilitate my visa. But
your
apart
journey
from
visa.
that, my bill will include my flight tickets. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All righty. So there you go, Zebedi
But at the
Kiawi. I
same
hope
time,
you
I
got
try to
that.
reduce the bill. I try to reduce the bill.
Uh-huh. I
Yes.
we need to get to that part, Pedro Baba, because he just say he try to
Yeah.
reduce the bill. So even he talks so way, he try to reduce the bill way. The bill na some kind bill. Then before you want to say you want to reduce some, we need to prepare ourselves there for like 10 years before, Anyways, let's talk about what inspired you to get into photography. And are there some people that actually inspired your photography career today?
Well, there's somebody in Nigeria, my friend Onye Ubanatu. He is one of the people from 2009. As I was doing my documentaries, he's also a documentary guy, and in the
Mm-hmm.
villages we were connected a lot. And he came to Cameroon twice for us to organize workshops. So he's
Oh
that kind of
wow,
person.
that's
That person
amazing.
that yes, he's that person that anytime I'm going to Nigeria, Onye is like, this is my brother there. So
It's like,
he
come
inspired
man,
me
let's
a
go and eat
lot.
the show.
Yes. He inspired me. Why? Because at one point, 2012, 13, I was telling him I would like to come to Nigeria, like relocate from Cameroon to Nigeria. And he laughed
Mm-hmm.
and told me, Penjo, Nigeria is tough, like competition is tough. And if you come here, nobody will see you. You might be working, but you will just be in your corner. That I should do
Mm-hmm.
everything possible so that if they are
To
counting
make a name.
photographers in every African
Cameroon.
African country, and if they come to Cameroon, I should be one. I should be
Oh,
first in that name.
that is a really good
He
point.
encouraged me. Yes,
That is a
he
very,
encouraged me
very
a
good
lot
point.
with that. So today, when he sits and we talk, he told me, he keep telling me that
I
time
told you
when I
so.
wanted to leave Cameroon. So
I
he
told you
inspired
so.
me a lot, and he encouraged.
Wow. Penjo Baba,
Yes,
that is such it's really, really a very important point that you just brought up here, which can, it can be
yes,
broken down into different ways. Like a lot of times people are stuck in their minds. They feel that if you're not abroad, you cannot succeed in what you're doing. But here you were looking at your
no,
friend in
no.
Nigeria succeeding in his career as a photographer. You wanted to move to Nigeria because you felt that there's already success there and you might be able to have more gigs there. And this friend of yours said,
Exactly.
Bros, no shake for Saturday, my brother. Instead, stay where you are, make a name for yourself there, so that if they start calling photographers in those areas, you can stand as one of the best in Cameroon. I salute
Yeah,
your friend, my brother. I salute
that's
him.
yeah, that's what
Wow, that
happened.
is a very strong
So today
message
we are
there.
still just
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Every day I always think about it. So when I see people jump, sometimes when you say consistency in what
Mm-hmm.
you do, it's
Mm-hmm.
not about jumping. You're trying this today, it doesn't work, and you're going to the next thing. It doesn't. You can't succeed by jumping from one project or one career to another, and you can't succeed by having five careers at one in you with you alone. You will be confused.
Mm-hmm.
Either you have
Mm-hmm.
two, or I don't know, but make sure you're having two or three. all should be consistent. Either if not, you abandon one to follow one, and at the same time you might not. So consistency has been the key. Sometimes people say I've been long with this. It's because I love it, and it's because I see something from it, something good from it.
Your
Sometimes it's not
niche.
all
It's your
about money,
niche.
but it's all about what your passion. Yes,
That's
yes,
true. That's true.
that's the thing.
Passion is so important. And the thing is, I heard something the other day that somebody said. I was listening to a podcast, and the person said, you can make money from what you love, from your passion. Your passion can make money, but your passion can still render you broke if you don't work to perfect it. You have to constantly
Exactly.
be
Of
working to
course.
perfect that passion, that craft of yours,
Yeah.
constantly looking for ways to make it better in order for you to really make a living out of it. So now that
Exactly.
brings me now to ask you the question of, you started as a regular photographer and all of that, and then slowly you dwindled your niche down to wedding photography and commercial photography. Why was that?
Well, yeah, some people want to just focus on one area in photography
Mhm,
or cinematography. But I'm that kind of person. I just love doing things. Commercial photography, beauty, fashion, nature, and everything. Nature is because I started with nature, which is in the villages.
mhm,
Wedding photography was just something I wanted to try, but then it's paying. It's paying. Sometimes some people tell me I was doing movies. I still do movies. I can still do movies, but people see like he can't still do movies. He's more a photographer. I just smile because it doesn't come out from my mind, from my head.
mhm.
Everything is there, and
Yeah.
the cinematography is there, and then the wedding or the photography. People think, people who doesn't know think it's something that is just for some kind of people.
Mhm. All right. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank all of you who choose to spend this time with us this afternoon. We started a little late, we had some technical issues, but thank you so much for your loyalty, for your support. It means the world to us as we try every single week to bring you people, personalities, and professionals from Africa, from Cameroon, from different countries, different parts of the world, who have a story, who have an experience that can inspire somebody, inspire and empower somebody in the community. Sometimes these words just, they fight in your mouth. Anyway, so our guest on today's program is an award winning photographer based in Cameroon. His name is Penjo Baba. He is focused a lot on wedding photography and commercial photography. He has worked with so many celebrities, not only in Cameroon, but in Africa and different parts of the world as well. So today with him, we're going to be discussing all about the photography business. And if you stick to the end, you will definitely be having a personal, practical session with him. It's an honor to have him on the program today. Penjo Baba is back.
Connection.
He's having some technical issues because he's joining from Cameroon. Network is always a crazy issue in Africa. We're so happy that we're able to get you today, sir. Welcome back.
Hi. Sorry, connection is
Yes,
disturbing every time.
yes.
Sorry.
So, Baba, I was
It's
asking you the
like that.
question. Why did you choose to specialize in commercial photography and wedding photography? Why did you choose that niche? That niche. Why did you choose that niche?
Gwen, there's no two things. It's just that it's a field of creativity and
Mhm,
business. You don't want to do something that will not put food on your table. You don't want to do something that you that you will not sleep and think of how you can create, you can do better every day.
mhm,
So that's for me, that's the reason why I focus on that because every is like you're bringing new stories, you're bringing new
mhm.
ideas to life. That's the reason. Yes.
Alrighty, that is amazing. That's amazing. So, for somebody out there in Cameroon who is starting out in photography, now we're going to be getting a little bit into the professional side and a little bit more practical. How can you make money out of your craft and stuff like that? So for somebody out there in Cameroon who is inspired, they love photography, they love Penjo Baba, what he does, what are some of the things that they would need to put together to start off? Just start off as a photographer. What are some of the things that they would need?
Well, yeah, first thing for me, first thing is if you believe in yourself, if you know what you like, patience, patience, and if you can be consistent in what you do, in what you want to do, because a lot of people have come to me that they want to do, they want to do this, they want to do this, and when they come,
Mhm.
I try to work with them, I try to like coach them and encourage them. To them, they want to start making money now. They want to just start
Yeah.
making money,
I want to skip all
and
those
at the same
practical
time, you
stages.
realize that yes, yes, you realize that they were not ready. But if you are ready
Yeah.
for something, you need to give yourself time. Even if it's
Patience.
2 years, you take your time and
Yes.
know that
Build, build, take
your
time.
business. Yes,
Hmm.
building a business it needs patience. It needs some kind of it needs everything. So
Right.
it's always like that. So it's hard to see somebody who wants to focus and be patient.
Yeah. I mean, that is so, so, so true. Guys, you're going to have to excuse us. We're having a lot of technical
Connection.
issues. Penjo Baba is joining from Cameroon. So if you see some glitches, please do understand with us. It's not really practical having a live broadcast from Africa. It's not that easy. So we really thank you for your understanding. So Penjo Baba, so we have somebody out there who wants to start
Yes.
photography. They don't know what are some of the things that they need to get together. Like, oh my gosh, this person wants to start photography. What should they put together in order to start as a photographer? Basic things that they need to have at
you
least to
know,
start as a photographer.
yeah. When you come to me, I'll always ask you what's your budget because I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
give you the yes. I don't want to give you the list of things that you will not be able to acquire. So I always ask you first thing, what's your budget? When you tell me your camera
Okay.
is nothing more than a camera, flash, light, but you need to know the kind of camera, the quality of camera, and things like that. So sometimes I always say this camera it will be good, but the quality of images might not be good. But when I see that it's something that you want to do and you want to start from somewhere and your budget is this, you start with what you have. Now, if you are patient enough, if you love it, you even use your phone to do what you want to do by
Mm-hmm.
learning. So when you have the little by little, you see us, you finally see that you are growing, you are building. And tomorrow you buy a better camera. That's how I started. I started with
Yeah.
small cameras, and every day we buy like that. Today we buy other cameras that are more expensive. You could not buy it yesterday, and you cannot come
Mm-hmm.
today. Even if you come today and you buy, if you come today and decide to buy a camera of 6 million francs, without the experience, without the knowledge of what you want to do with it,
Without even knowing
the
how to use
camera,
that camera, because there are little
yeah,
things that you have to tweak.
exactly. The camera will be there, but nothing will happen.
No
It doesn't
work.
make sense. Yes, some people have cameras that are cheaper than mine, but they are doing a lot of work with it. It's all about how to know how to use and love it, love what you are doing. So
Oh,
for
that's
me,
amazing.
yeah, it's not about equipment, but then you have to know what you want and you're passionate about it. You want to be there for as long as you want to be, than just looking at money. If you're looking at just at money, you'll not even stay. You'll just leave because money will not be
You
coming
get tired.
immediately.
Okay,
It's not
so
about
what is an average budget for somebody that is wanting, like, interested in starting out as a photographer? So now they have the passion for photography, they love to take pictures even with their phones and all whatnot, but they want to take it to the next level. What is the average budget that they need to put together for that? And yeah, let's just go from that one first.
for a start for a beginner. I would say if you have a 1.5 million, you can have a you can have a good camera, not a very good one. camera, some flashlights, and things that you can start with. You know, for me, for a starter who wants to do something good, you don't want to start, and then you yourself, you don't love the quality of work that you are doing. It's your work. Today is a lot of
Yeah.
competition, so our advice, yeah. But if you come with lower budget as well, you might find yourself 6 months from now seeing that you will have bought this camera, and then the one that you just bought after 6 months is not more you cannot use it again, and you realize that you wasted money. So sometimes you spend because you want to. This my camera that I'm using here is more than 5 years.
Okay.
That's why I say it's not about cameras, it's not about
What about the
equipment, but
camera
it's
that you're
about when you
using?
have it. Yes, it's about when you have that camera that you know is giving you best image, and you can maintain that camera. Buying more cameras is maybe when you have so many jobs, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense if you keep buying equipment because they are new ones. It doesn't change the work. It doesn't change nothing. Especially
Mm-hmm.
when we do wedding photography and beauty, except that you want to do some, I don't know what photography, but that's it.
Okay, so it's important for you to first of all have an idea of what you want to do. You need to also be able to find out what kind of photography you want to specialize in, because those things also matter. You need to ask yourself, do you have the budget required for you to buy a basic camera or just basic filming equipment? Penjo Baba advises you're going to need a small camera. Start small. And this is what we always tell
Yes.
people. Don't wait to have 10 million to go and start like Penjo Baba. He started with one little camera and it's grown from there.
Yeah.
It's not about how expensive your camera is, it's about how you know it, how well you know how to use it. So those are some of the things that you want to think about if you're thinking about getting into photography. What kind of photography do you want to get? As you're tuning in, guys, to share the video, make sure to pump those love signs and smash that like button like never before. We're going to be learning all about photography. Penjo Baba is an African Cameroonian photographer who has been able to build a six figures business just doing photography. So today on the program, we're going to be learning so much about him. If this is your first time tuning into our channel, we thank you so much. And we invite you to like our page, follow our page, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way we can also grow. Okay. Thank you so much. That said, let's keep on rolling with our guest today, Penjo Baba, who a lot of people describe as a very serious person. They
Yeah.
say he's very, very, very serious and very strict. So we're gonna ask him: are you debunking that or you're accepting that? Is it a yay or a nay? Is it a yay or a nay? Benjo Baba, are you an easy person to be around? Are you easy? Are you, like not like this, but are you a strict person? Like people say that it's very hard to be around Penjo Baba to work with him. He's very strict. Are you strict?
When it comes to work, I am strict. Strict
Uh-huh.
for the things to go well, but I'm not
Yeah.
strict when it comes to people around me. But I am. I always happen to be wise to learn from people who are around me. I don't. Yeah, I can be nice with you. We can be laughing and smiling and playing, but I'm very, very strict, like you say, to know the outcome of what you are capable of doing. Some people can just forget about work, about what they are doing, and then they'll play with you, or they'll just you see that they are not serious at what they are supposed to be doing, and they are serious,
Mhm.
but at something that's not. But then, when it comes to work, I don't even give an eye to anybody like we should play. No, playing is good. We do play, but when we're playing at work, it's not like we're leading work. We're using work to play and we're doing the work. So being strict is something, it is very important.
Mhm. Yes, yes, yes. So hey, we have
I'll
Penjo
make
Baba
sure.
in the house. Yes, we're getting some little glitches, but there's so much value on the show today. We're learning
Can you
from a
hear me?
professional.
When you're not
Yes,
on.
we're getting you 5 on 5, Penjo Baba. So now let's talk about what motivates you to go out there and continue working, just because we know that the world of photography, or the world where you're using your passion as your business, may not be as easy as people would think, because you're dealing with clients who are very demanding. They want this image to be like this, they want that like that. How do you stay motivated to do your work?
The line was breaking. I couldn't hear you well. Sorry.
How do you stay motivated to do your work, to keep working? What motivates you even when you have to deal with some difficult clients sometimes?
That's a very tough one, but to be honest, what motivates me is I always have some friends that I don't have friends. One thing I should say is that I don't have friends out of my work area. Like I will sit and somebody call me, let's go and have it and have fun. No. But
Let's
what
go and chill,
motivates me
small limbo.
is the fact that what motivates me more is the fact that I love my job. It's not two things. So when there's any little problem somewhere, I will do everything possible because I know what it means. Sometimes people say I'm more with myself. I don't go out. I don't. We
Like you're an
don't so I say
introvert, you don't socialize a lot.
it's not. Well, I would say like that, but I do socialize on Facebook or social media,
On
but I know
Facebook
what
and
it
social
means
media.
by I
Interesting.
socialize here. Yeah, so I know what it means by just socializing anyhow out there in the society. I always try to make sure I have those people who have something to contribute in my life, in my well-being, the same as I will have something to contribute in their well-being. Not like I shouldn't, not like I don't have friends. I do have, but those friends are people that we share something. It's
That
not
bring
like we
value to
just
your
I just
life.
meet. No, yes, that those are the kind of people I have around me. I try to have around me because um, with these kind of people, every day you can sit in your house and you just make a call and you discuss about something that will help you or help the person.
That
But
will bring
having
more
some
money in
friends
the
that
house.
be
Money, money.
exactly, but
Yes. Wait, the
having
only you
some
can't
people
take
who will
from you.
instead, yeah, who will just be like, let's go there, let's go there. It doesn't make sense.
Do the waka
So
around the
like all
waste time.
this,
Eh? There's money to be made, for these streets. You don't have time to be wasting around. You need people that are gonna come into your life and add value.
yeah,
Eh,
that's the
Penjo?
only thing. I just need people who add value to my life and I add to their life. That's all. Apart from
Uh-huh.
that, I know people around that I can move around with. We talk, but we're not that close friends, you
Uh-huh.
know, who are also in the same, maybe
In
we
the
are in the
same
same
field.
town, same field, same
Uh-huh.
industry. I call it like that, entertainment, showbiz. But I try to be in my corner with the
Uh-huh.
people that we share in that corner. But I don't like having people who gossip, who take name from here and call this person, and then you find yourself standing and they're calling your name there while you're still here calling another person's name. Those are the things I don't like to do.
Uh-huh.
So I just focus with people who are thinking business,
Mhm.
who are thinking business. Yeah.
So let's take an example. Like I'm just gonna ask this question because we got this question in our emails. Because we always like people to send us, questions in our inbox and stuff. And somebody was asking, like, how do you get your clients to take the right poses when they are not models? Like people who don't really naturally know how to strike poses. You know, like that people who stand like this in all their pictures. They'll stand like this over all their picture. Then so that's me. I'm one of those people. So how do you get clients who are not
Yeah.
models to take the right poses for pictures?
Well, it depends on the photo shoot you are doing. But there are people who doesn't know how to pose at all, like you're saying. So
Me,
with
so I don't know
that,
how to pose at
you
all.
always look at the concept of what you're doing. Yeah, you always look at
Uh-huh.
the concept of the kind of photos you're doing. And the way you take it with them, if you get angry, if you're that kind of person who is quick tempered, you will hardly work with people like that. So it's either you're playing a lot with them, you play music, and you make fun. You must have fun around that area. Sometimes you
Uh-huh.
just tell somebody is there busy and you're talking, or somebody you tell somebody around you by you to tell them something. While they are already talking to that person, you are
Nini them
already
for
taking,
me.
because if you don't have time, you will not
Mm-hmm.
have time to go be teaching them how to pose. But it depends on the concept. But if you see that there's
Right.
a concept that you need to talk to them, you have to go close to them and show them and help them how to pose, how to put their hands on all that. So
All right.
sometimes you
So
get
in
somebody
the case,
who has never posed, and
mm-hmm,
they turn out to be they turn out to give you poses. Okay, for example, like Stephanie Tum, when she did a photo shoot of some designer in the studio.
mm-hmm,
It was Stephanie. I didn't know how to be. She was even saying that, Penjo, I'm not. You know, this is not my thing, and I don't know how to. But then when she posed, nobody said what to do. Stephanie was the best, even from the models that we were shooting. Her poses were just natural, and boom. I just said, this is something you need to do. I need to get you into modeling in my
oh
studio.
wow,
She was like, let's do the contract, and they sent me contracts.
mm-hmm,
So sometimes sometimes you have the poses. Like me, I just have to let you pose for me to see what you can do. If you can't
mm-hmm,
do something better, then I come in. But if I see that even with your fear, you're giving me the poses, I keep on shooting. And those are the
mm-hmm.
poses I need instead. Yes. So it's unpredictable. You can't just say the person doesn't know. You just have to do with what they have, and then they will give you what they have. And if it's not good, you now get in to fix it.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's amazing because I've had that question come up, and a lot of times people they get scared. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to do a photo shoot. My heart is pumping. I don't know how to pose. I've never taken done a photo shoot before and stuff like that." So they get like they kind of panic because they're feeling like, "Oh, this side of my face is not so
Yes.
good, or this side is not so good, or this is all I know," and stuff like that, and they get a little bit worried. So you're telling us here that one of the ways that you kind of like work with your clients, especially those who don't really have the habit of doing a professional photo shoot or have the habit of posing, you kind of find ways to ease them, make them feel relaxed on the set, make them smile, put some music to loosen their moods and all that, and it
Yeah.
kind of helps. So let's talk
Yeah.
about wedding. Mhm. Go ahead.
One thing is, hello.
Yes, go ahead. We hear you.
Yeah. One thing is also that when I've had like 3 or 4 clients who will come into my studio. We are talking, we are negotiating their shoot very well. But when they step in here and get into where the studio, the light, everything is, it's like they're
They
scared.
just
It's like they
freeze.
just changed and
They
they are
freeze.
down, they're so they're freezing. So I'm like, I see it. When I see it, I just realize that this one she needs somebody to motivate them with either music
So,
or
do you have like
boost
some
them up.
small wine, like a wine rack in your studio that you kind of like? Because I know that thing, that man be
Yes,
do
of
some
course.
program and the way you want come out so for go for crowd, like you know that hey, I have to present like a big concert and you have like 500 people. There's a whole lot of people. Like even me, I panic. And sometimes those people,
Yes.
the organizers, they have some little something
even
to, you know,
even with oh my god, the connection. Yes. The photo shoot of Stephanie, when I arrived there to shoot, they were waiting for me already. But I saw drinks
uh-huh.
on the table. I saw drinks.
Eh,
I saw that all of them were already like high. They were not high. They were already motivated and ready to work. And I was like, okay. I said we're
Forget it,
going
we
to
don't get
work.
ready.
Yeah, I saw some drinks, some good drinks. I drank as well, but I just realized that they were getting themselves ready. Like you say, somebody knows that you might not be able to face this, to be tipsy a little to do what you have to do, especially in front of the camera. Thank God
That's okay.
it's not an interview.
Right? Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's very important. I'm saying that because I'm in a field like that, okay? Having
yes,
presented all kinds of events from corporate to open door events to concerts and all of that and TV shows. There are different moods that you adopt depending on the kind of
Yes.
programs that you are going to do. Let's say if you're presenting a big concert for Guinness, Cameroon, or just, I'm not advertising anybody here, but
Yeah.
just saying like a concert where there's going to be music, drinks, and stuff, and there's like 1,000 people or 10,000 people. It's not that easy. It's not the same as sitting in front of your camera and just
Exactly.
talking. You can panic.
No, not at
Anybody
all.
can panic. You know, that was why I
Yeah.
wanted to find out about some of the things
Exactly.
that you do to prepare your different clients, depending on the different kind of photos that you're taking. Let's talk about wedding photography, which is one of your specialities. What are some of the things that you do to work with couples? Because when you look at the pictures at the end of the day, most of the times when we look at wedding pictures, there's a kind of synchrony. There's something that's so slick that's happening there that goes to tell us that there was some work. How do you work with couples to make sure that you get the right pictures and the right message? Like, look at that picture that we have right there on the screen. You can see
Yeah.
that there's something
Yes.
going on. Like, take us through that process.
Yes. Somebody like when you meet, there are couples that when you meet them for the first time, I always look at how connected the couple is. There are some that
Mm-hmm.
they are not connected. Connected in the sense
Mm-hmm.
that you don't feel them, and in that way it's always difficult to even do photo shoots. But some couples, when you see them, already their mood, their movement, everything about them is you just want to shoot. You just want to shoot. So when we meet those ones that are really not connected, you have work
Saying
to
Dolo,
do.
Dolo need the show
And
for
you
us.
must do
Like,
your work
just
because you have to.
man.
They are busy.
Dolo need the show for the
They are
joke
busy
stars.
thinking about.
You want to just
They are
stand.
busy. They are busy thinking about how they would entertain their guests and things like that.
On the
For
wedding.
me, those are the kind of clients that we have so much work. Yeah, so much work to do with them because sometimes we are trying to position them, how to pose, how to do this, and there's a phone
Mm-hmm.
calling or somebody sending them phone that this thing about the reception, about what they have prepared, they have not brought this, and that's one thing I always say that as a couple, when you want to get married, it's either you must do everything possible to get your wedding planner because as a couple, you don't have to plan your wedding. That's the worst thing a couple will do because you will not even
Mm-hmm.
be happy the whole day. Because things will always be coming up for you to fix.
The one call you say
And
that
that's the
that that
work.
Achu
That's the
Nova Cam,
work.
oh, Achu Nova Cam, Achu no dey home. Achu Nova reach for her, oh, that arrow nobody reach her. You take the phone instead of
I've
focusing on
shot
photo shoot,
couples
you're
like
sweating.
that. Yeah. I've shot couples like that where they're the ones, the groom
Managing
is thinking
everything.
about the drinks, the bride is thinking about the cake, and you are sitting, yeah, and so you're standing there with camera. There's no way for you to shoot because they are not focused. So
They are not
those are the
focused.
things. It helps a lot. It helps. So when we see that kind of and they tell us, please leave that one. We know what we want because tomorrow you will ask the pictures, you will not even have it. You will be like, where are my pictures? And some will say
Right.
some who will not even be happy on their faces because of problems, because of left and right, because they are planning their wedding. They will be the
But it
one
was not your fault.
to come up and
Yeah.
be complaining to you that you did not take good pictures. Meanwhile, you have asked them to do pictures. You know what you want, what they are going to be needing. And we have had that case with at all. It's not good, not at all.
Yeah.
But when you have a couple that is flowing together, I swear you don't have a problem. Even
It
before
just
you do
Alrighty, so if you're just tuning in right now, this is Spotlight with Gwendy. It's a 1 hour conversation with people, personalities, and professionals whose stories, experiences can inspire and empower the community. If you're just tuning in for the very first time, thank you so much. You are the best. Please like our page, follow our page, and don't forget to subscribe and turn that bell on so that you always know whenever we come live with all these amazing guests. We bring you wonderful guests from all over the world every single week who have stories and experiences to share. Today, our guest is award-winning photographer. He's a professional photographer who has focused on wedding photography, commercial photography. Today, he's telling us all about how he manages to build a six-figure career as a photographer living in Cameroon, Africa. So if you're interested in learning more about the photography business and especially learn to know if some of the things that you're doing can make you make money out of your photography business, please stick around. Stick around. There's so much we're going to be learning. And he promises that before the end, he's going to give us a practical photography lesson. So, hey, if you have your camera around you, if just your phone, get it ready because he's going to give us some practical sessions. So Penjo Baba is back. We're having network issues because he's joining from Cameroon, but please bear with us and we thank you for understanding. Yeah, so Penjo Baba, we've talked about some of the difficulties that happen when your clients are not ready, especially couples. Please, I beg, couple them, I beg, money no day, no problem, but delegate that preparation for wedding for your brother or your sister or your mommy or your auntie. No, they will photo shoot instead for you for focus, smile, we see that connection between you, me Penjo or other wedding photographers. Let them give you the best image that you want. You'll be there frowning because Achunoba reach home. Hey, Mimbo nova reach home. Hey, Wangele, this, that. Then when your picture come out, you there so you can't just in a Penjo Baba when there's another photographer. So please, all of these things matter a lot. Alrighty. So Penjo Baba,
there's one advice or
Yes.
advice couples.
Yes.
Is from what I've experienced. When we are shooting a wedding or when we are preparing to shoot a wedding for a couple, it's always good to meet with the photographer a day or two before your wedding, so that and then the wedding planner, especially the decor.
Yes.
We meet with them, and then you as a photographer, as a decor, as a couple, for the couple, you discuss with them about the shoot of that day. You need to know how they are going to enter the hall, where they are going to where they are going to dress, what's going to happen, so that you can also plan your shoot. Because sometimes you plan your shoot, you say this is the time we are shooting, this is the time we are shooting. For the wedding planner and the photographer, you need to know, because by the time they are setting up the hall, you need to set up your flash, position your own flash to see about the lighting. Without this, you go in, the couple will just meet you on the day of their wedding. And it's like you're meeting for the first time, or you don't even know what they have in mind. They just trust everything in your hands. And tomorrow, you can't talk to them even because you have not met them, you have not familiarized yourself with them, in the sense that you want to already see them and know that, okay, we have a plan. So for me, it's always good to meet the couple, discuss about the day, and then meet the decor person, the person who's doing decoration and the DJ even. Discuss about the plan. What are we shooting? How is the lighting? How do you position your light in the hall? If you need light, if you don't need it, position your flash and know that, okay, this is how this hall is. You don't want to enter the hall of a wedding for the reception and then you're just entering and seeing everything is there and you don't know. You want to set up your flash. It's not even possible because the light, maybe the person who connected the light, there's no plug for you. You finally realize that it's your fault. It's nobody's fault. So those are the advices that couples should always have meetings with their vendors. I would say vendors. I've had mostly francophone weddings. We have meetings. We will sit in a room where you have about 8 people, from decor to DJ to wedding planner to everybody, and anybody. The couple is meeting them for the first time because they put everything in the hands of the wedding planner, and the couple, they will just the music for the entrance. This is okay. DJ will tick, the tick is okay. Everything that we plan for that night for the DJ side. And they'll come to the photographer. Your pose, everything with the couple is fine. That's how you do. So that tomorrow you're arriving.
You have to meet the team and work with them. You need to. There definitely has to be a meeting.
To be sure.
And that is what I always tell even people that I receive as a guest on the show. Listen, we are used to, before you see me going on TV to do Tam Tam Weekend or whatsoever, Halo, whoever is doing what, they have a production meeting. That production meeting is to tell you, this is the guest that we're going to have. This is who this person is. These are the kind of things that we're going to talk about. These are the reports that we're going to show. It's important to have that meeting. And even before you meet your guest, you see people on a TV screen. They meet behind the scenes first to talk about what they're going to discuss during the program. Are these questions okay for you? Can I ask you this? Can I ask? Did we not have a meeting before now? We had a meeting, right, Penjo Baba? We talked a little bit about some of the things that we can talk about. It's very important. And that goes the same for every single thing that you do. It must not be that you're a journalist or whatsoever. Everything you want to do, even if you're going in to write an exam, you prepare before. You did not appear as an example. You know, will pass. There's going to be trouble. So all of those things matter. All of those things matter. Yeah. So Penjo Baba, I want us to talk a little bit now. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
No,
so I
was
now.
Just saying that these are the important things.
Okay, so we're going to go now into the segment where you're going to tell us a story behind a picture. What's the story behind the picture? So I'm just going to put up a couple of pictures on here, and you're going to tell us what was going on in that picture, so we can be able to understand a little bit, what was going on there. So we're going to start with this one here, because I believe that this was something that launched your photography career. So on this picture here.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Well, so this picture, when there are three of them, but when I see this picture, it brings me back to a lot, this particular picture, because these two kids are children in the village in Batibo, where I went for water project. So the two kids, I was holding their hands, and in the farm with their father. The only thing is, when we were walking, I saw them coming, and they're coming from school. They had their dish, fufu corn, remaining fufu corn and small jamajama in their small container. So they came, we were putting a tap near their house. So they came and stood, they were looking at us walking, and then the girl came down and greeted me and said, "Uncle, good afternoon. Please take." She gave me the remaining food from school. Food that it was really, so I was like, wow. I greeted her, and then I asked what she was saying. Yeah, and she pointed their house, was just closed. And she said, they're going to the house, and then they're going to meet their father in the farm. Because their father is a single father, and he works farms, like he works pure farms to get paid. So I got so moved. First of all, he's a single father taking care of the children, two of them. Same like me, but so I decided to say, when they are coming back, they accompanied me to their farm. As we were going this picture, it was raining. It rained just after raining. So we went to the farm. As the father saw me coming with their children, he didn't know me. He doesn't know me. I was holding the children and coming to the farm. He stood right from up. He was scared. So he stood and was looking at me like, and we walked quietly. We went close to him, and he was like, "Who is this?" He was asking the children their dialect. I think it was whatever they were saying. And I greeted him. I know the year got to talk. I was just wondering what they were saying, but he talked to me now in English, in pidgin. And I was saying, like, I saw his children, and they were so welcoming, and they gave me food and things like that. Aww. So I asked him questions like, how is everything? He told me about himself, how he's coping with the children and so on. And then I asked him, how much is their school fees and school whatever? It's about 20,000 francs for the two children. Their book, they did not have books. They were just having that food in their bag. So immediately, as he said like that, I had 30,000. I gave him 30,000 francs.
Oh, I see money in the child's hand. Oh, I see money in his hand now.
Yeah. Oh, so I told him to buy. I told him to buy their books, buy their uniform, and pay their school fees. The man did not believe. Like, the farm he was working, what he was doing in the farm, It was not going to go up to 5,000 francs.
Oh, Father Lord.
It was not going to be up to 5,000 francs. So he looked at me like, how can somebody just give me
For
money
free.
and
When I'm not
things like
working your
that?
farm, I beg show me farmer working
Yes.
for you for free.
So I told
Oh
him,
Lord.
yes. I told him a little about myself. So we exchanged numbers, and that's how it started, and it ended. So it ended the way it ended because of the crisis. Because I came back to that village because I told
Yeah.
school. In school, I told him to go to the school, talk to the headmaster, and he talked to the headmaster and gave me the number. I talked to the headmaster and said I would like to help. There were 15 children in that school where I wanted to help. That I wanted to help some children.
Oh wow. So what a touching story. Oh my goodness. So we are on the segment um tell me the story behind the picture. So wow. Our guest is Penjo Baba. He is a multi-award winning professional photographer, videographer. He is the CEO and founder of PenjoStudios based in Cameroon. And today he's sharing his story. Hopefully, somebody can be inspired to start somewhere, start with what they have, and grow into an empire. That's what life is all about. So, right now, we are, oh my goodness. So, we are on the segment. Tell me the story. I don't know why I'm getting a double sound. Okay, I think I'm getting a double sound. Photographer, videographer. Are you watching from CEO and somewhere? Founder of Penjo Studios, based in Cameroon, and today he's sharing his. Okay, so we're having a little double sound there. I don't know what's going on. Penjo, if you're watching on another device, please just turn the volume all the way down. That way we don't have that double sound. I want to thank all of you who are live on the show today. It's amazing. We're talking photography, guys. I'm excited because my camera is sitting right here. And before the end of the show, Penjo is going to be giving us some tips and tips and tricks on how to, set up your camera and get those beautiful pictures that you want to get. You can do your own photo shoot at home, even with your phone. So if you're interested in learning something new about photography today, you better stick around, guys. Okay. So he's telling us all about his story, his journey. And just before we lost him due to network, we were just talking about these beautiful photos here. He went to a village and he fell on these two kids who they were so nice to him. They gave him their food, fufu corn and vegetables. For those of you who come from Africa, from Cameroon, you know what it is. So the kids gave him their food and he was moved to follow them to go see their dad because they had just come back from school and they were going to drop their bags and go meet their daddy in the farm. And that's him right down the picture. So he ended up after this helping the dad to pay for the children's school fees and also went ahead to go to the school where they went and even paid school fees for 15 other children. And that was how his humanitarian activities started. I want to really, really thank you. That was such a wonderful thing for you to do. I know that you're a dad and it meant so much for you to do that. So
Yeah.
let's move away from your humanitarian activities because if we stay there, we'll not finish talking about that today.
Yeah,
Let's talk
exactly.
about this photo. What's going on here? This looks like I see United States Embassy. What is going on?
That was 2013. No, 2013, yes. We organized a film workshop, training workshop they hosted also. Yeah, it was Penjo Studios organizing, and another one, it was my friend from Nigeria and Sandra from Dufe. We organized that one. This one was Penjo Studios that organized this one. So those were the things,
Okay.
activities that were happening on these pictures. Yes.
Alrighty. So let's take this one right here. What is going on in this picture? I
Oh,
love the colors. So much going on.
yeah. It's just for me, yeah, the colors too, because I asked the makeup artist Shafi to do me a makeup that is highlighting more colors in the eyes and all that. For me, it wasn't that anything so much, but I just love the colors, especially this black one. I wanted to have a very dark color picture like this with just colors showing, which is it gave me what I wanted. So it's more of appreciating the color, the black woman, and the art around it. That's all. Can't hear the sound. Can you get me?
Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you. Check your mic. Okay.
I think I was muted. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. My husband just popped in and I turned
Oh yeah,
around like for a minute.
yeah,
I was,
it's
yeah,
good.
I'm sorry about that. So hey, working from home, this is all about it. A beautiful, it's a beautiful experience. You have to always multitask.
Yeah.
He was at work, so he just popped in and I was like looking with the corner of my eye, but I know I'm not yet in the we talk about. So now I know I'm mute. Anyway,
All
so
right.
here we have this beautiful picture, man. The guy is looking lit. Hey, see super my skinny, Papa God. So
That
what's
was
happening in
at
this
the
picture?
Bonte. That was at the Bonte Award in December
Mm-hmm.
2020. Yes, which I won Best Photographer as well.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
hmm I had three awards
Congratulations.
for 2020.
My
Yes.
brother, three hour you carry all you want go to the house. I bet send me one map put on my computer here. Okay, so let's talk
I
about
had
this
three
one
awards.
right
Yes.
here.
Oh yeah, this one is Techno. I was brand ambassador for Techno in 2020 as well, and that was their
Hey,
launch, the day of the launch. There's good news coming, but
all
I don't
right.
want to say anything again for now.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay. Here we were shooting a video, a short skirt about um, some women abuse at home. And this day there was France 24 English. They were there to
Yeah.
do coverage about what we were doing and about filmmaking in Cameroon. So that's what
Mhm.
was happening here.
And that's a video. I think we shared the
Yeah.
same video on Gwendy Media TV page. And that was when they talked
Yes,
about
I
two
watched.
Cameroonian movies on
Yes.
Netflix. And wow, that was
hmm
really nice. Man, the man,
Yeah.
you don't do for all kind BBB channel and CNN, BBC, all the like and all whatnot. Man, you are just like
Yeah. Yeah.
you keep going, man. So this picture
Mhm.
right here,
We
what's
do our
going on
best.
in this picture? Where are you in this picture? It looks so
This is
beautiful.
this is PenjoStudios, of course. We were doing photo shoots
Oh,
with my
that's where the
with my
magic,
very
that's
good
where the
friend.
magic.
Yeah, with my very good friend Lucy and Eric, and a lot of people were behind the camera here.
Oh, that's amazing. So,
Yeah.
which other picture did I want to show here? Because I really want pictures that have some value, that you could really be telling us what's going on there. Of course, we've seen Biscuit the Mess pictures a lot, which was, of course, a
Yeah.
wedding. So,
Mhm.
and this one right here, yes, I love that. What was going
Oh
on here?
yeah.
I see my senior colleague Pochitamba, gorgeous as
Coaches.
ever, right
Yeah.
there.
This is a team. We're doing a documentary of the guy sitting up. Okay, in traditional attire, but the documentary was selected in Hot Dog in Canada film festival for documentaries.
Oh,
So it was
that's
selected, and it
amazing.
was a big win for us. Not a win yet, but we were happy to see the
Be
documentary that
selected.
we worked together. Yes,
Oh, that's
there.
amazing. Bravo. Congratulations. Of course, you've been on
Thank
so
you.
many platforms. You've been featured in France 24, CNN, BBC. This is big. This guy is just, he's
Yeah.
loaded. And what he's been telling us today is just keep working at your craft, keep working at perfecting your craft every single day. Don't be afraid to ask for help, to look for a
No.
mentor, somebody that you can work with. But if you go find mentor, like the one way they can't find Penjo Baba, they want make money tomorrow. So this thing is a process. Let your talent grow. Okay, develop your skill.
Yeah. Yeah.
One day
Exactly.
it will pay. So right here, oh, that was still the techno one, I think. So we're gonna move away from
No.
that. What's happening here, Penjo Baba? Waiting the apple for yeah. I see you signing some paper.
That was the day I was. That was the day I was signing the Techno deal, the Techno ambassador,
Hey.
brand ambassador deal. We were
Uh-huh.
signing it there.
Okay, and
Last
then
year.
this picture here is taken from your Facebook page. And man,
Oh
you
God,
started with notice to some
social media.
bloggers and some photographer colleagues. This one was a fire one, and you spit fire on top people there. Where are my likes, guys? Are you guys liking this video? Are you guys even sharing, commenting? Wait till they happen. I see you, Pelagie, my baby sister from the UK watching. So Penjo Baba, you were not so happy when the tone of your voice on this post said a lot. You said to some colleagues, I have seen how you take my pictures of Coco's wedding and crop off my signature. If you love my work that much, but don't want to see my signature on it, or at least leave the signature on it and don't give credit, guys. To tie your hat and enjoy in silence. Okay, so I guess you can explain better to us. So what happened,
Well,
Penjo Baba? This is something that you face as a creative person. People steal your images or they borrow your images, because that's what it is. They borrow your work, your things, that's what they do, and they
it's
don't give you credit.
it's
So what was going on?
normally it's I saw in a blog on a blog the picture that I posted there, and then on a photographer's page also on Instagram cropped and put it, and those were the moments. It's not like even the traditional marriage picture of the same Coco. I saw another blogger did the same thing. So
Ah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
that's why I said my problem is not about you posting. It's about you cropping. When you crop, the picture becomes the quality drops no matter what. You
Right.
can post it without mentioning my name. It's not a problem. Post it as it is with my name on it. But if you don't want to see anything about my name or even credit me, then keep it as don't touch it. Like I said, tie hard, and my fear is that you should not choke. You don't choke when you're
Simply
tying your
don't
hat,
use it.
but don't
If you
crop the
don't want to
picture.
give credit to somebody,
Yes,
don't use their work. It's as
don't
simple as
crop.
that.
Yes, that's
That
that's
is
it.
as simple as that, because people go
So
to jail for that. People get fines for that in other parts of the world. You don't have the
that
right
was
to
the
take
problem that I
somebody's
had.
picture, image, whatever video and use
Yeah.
without their not. If you don't tag them, it can be considered a crime. That person can sue you. So tag that person, not only tag them, thank them, give them credit. It's so important. Guys, we don't know all the kind of thing them or the learn and learn and so,
Yeah.
but please, it hurts. And I can understand Penjo
Very
Baba's
much.
pain, you know. So I believe that that message
Yeah.
was passed, and those who did that, they're gonna stop. They
Was
won't do that again. Or if they want to use somebody's work, it can be Penjo Baba, it can be anybody. Please, let's learn to acknowledge these people. So I'm going to put up this picture because this is a lady that you've worked with for a couple of years. She actually started a TV station, and you were one of the main people that she was working with. So tell us about that.
yeah, not Natalie Kwa. She's a very good friend from 2010. We've been friends from that time till now. So I've seen her also
2010.
grow. Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Network, oh, village people are at work. What's going on?
The
Why are
only
all my
sometimes
prayer
she
warriors in this house?
sometimes
Mm-hmm.
sometimes she called me, we talk, asked me for advice. Sometimes I call her, we talk. She's just a very humble person,
Oh,
and
that's
I've learned a
amazing to
lot from
know.
her, and we have done business. We have done good business together.
So she's a friend
Yeah.
to Coco Emilia. Is that how you got the contract to do Coco Emilia's wedding? Because a friend of a friend is a friend. You know that kind referral kind stuff. Then you need to know the people to get the people.
Yeah.
Is she one of the reasons?
No, I know, but they're good friends as well. But
So
she
that
was
was
happy.
was an added advantage for you. That's why you have to do good work, right? Alrighty, so I guess this network no go leave we mood, drink small water. About a pump small heart, then maybe network will be moved. You know, sometimes eating and this, so a lot of times you need to beauty, no the hide. Natalia, she's gorgeous, that lady, and you know, that's somebody who was able to turn a negative situation into into a success story. You know, she was in the media. A lot of people who would not have her kind of courage would have gone down the drain, but she used all of that negative energy and bottled it and made, you know, a big successful story out of herself. Today she's an accomplished businesswoman, and you know, she's a motivational speaker for so many people, like, you know, women and minorities, because a lot of times people focus on other things and they don't pay attention to what could have happened in the background. None of us knows the real story, except the two people. And usually people have their followers and they have their reasons for judging people or not, depending on things. Anyways, she's doing great for herself, and we really celebrate her courage. Okay, so Penjo Baba is having some difficulties joining, man. You know, easy. This sometimes when we have live broadcasts from Cameroon and other African countries, it's really challenging because of the network. But hey, I know that my prayer warriors are backstage. Are you guys una pump that hard then so that means the network do respect itself, because we still have our practical photography lesson coming. Connection. Penjo Baba, we go hold the connection. So it been a person now who be responsible for Camona MTN na Orange. These people you know, you buy even better bundle, so better bundle no even give correct internet. What can we do here? What can we do with these people? Penjo Baba, are you there? I see your alrighty. So I guess when Penjo Baba comes back, we're just going to dive into the practical photography lesson. Who is ready for a practical photography lesson? So I have my phone right here. I have my camera right here. I'm excited. I want to learn something new today because we have this professional guy in the house. And, you know, all of us love to take pictures. He's going to give us some tips and tricks on how to take the perfect picture, whether it's for your Instagram page, your Facebook, and whatsoever. So without wasting much time, guys, we have Penjo Baba right here. He's a multi-award winning photographer from Cameroon. He's going to be giving us some practical photography lessons before this network start another wahala. Let's get into our practical photography lesson. So, Penjo Baba. Yes, I was saying that when we come back, because the network is troubling us a little bit, we'll just dive straight into our practical photography lesson. So I love this part. My camera is sitting right here, very warm and cozy. So I'm just going to twist myself a little bit because I don't know how this camera went so far away from me, but here it is. I'm going to get it out. And so if you are at home and you have your camera with you, even your phone, let's get some practical photography lessons. What's the first thing that we need to do in order to get the perfect picture? So I have this little baby here. There you go. I love this guy. Oh, he's a good guy. So we're getting into our practical photography lessons. If this is something you want to learn something new about photography from one of the best in Africa, he's been featured in Bella Niger. He's been featured in CNN, BBC for his work. And then do stick around. This is the best segment right now. So Penjo Baba, we're with you. Go ahead. What's the first thing you need to do? Can you hear me? Oh my gosh, the network is getting me so upset. Network, what man? It's okay. Network, the ones mess up the today so for me. So hey guys, I got my camera ready. Do you have your cameras ready? Let's pump hearts for Penjo Baba.
I'm ready.
He's about to give us some knowledge right now. I'm excited.
I'm ready.
I am ready too. Are you ready?
So well, the only thing I would say when you want to get into photography, the first thing is always about, like I just said, passion. You have passion for what you want to do, but the equipment, the gigs is what it matters, but it doesn't matter a lot until you have the knowledge about what you want. And so, like the camera you are having there, it's I can see that it's a Canon, and I know the lens that it has. Now there are
This is
lenses
the
that,
original lens it came with. It's the original
yes,
lens it came with.
it's a
Yeah.
very good lens. Now there are lenses that you will not be able to shoot without flash, especially when it's dark. So
Like this
you want
one.
to buy this
Yeah.
one. Yeah, this one is it will not shoot in a dark place when it's dark a bit without
Yeah.
flash.
You need
So
light.
you need lighting. So the thing is, when you want to buy your equipment like that, you know what you want to shoot. For example, if it's about video, now you need light, no matter what, even if there's whatever lens you want to use, because cameras, like we say, when you have a camera like this is a camera, and if it doesn't have a lens, you will not shoot. But when you have a lens, the lenses, you can have a camera and you have about five lenses. Lenses
Mm-hmm.
help you to shoot distance shots, and
Can be able to zoom in and
like
zoom out.
zoom in. Yes, but this one for me is my baby lens because I use it a lot. Apart from this one, I have 50. They call it 50 milli. It's a shorter one. But
That one
the
that takes a
important thing
close-up
is about
shot.
these lenses. Yes, the important thing about the lenses is about the how can I put it? When it comes to like the one you are having, it can't shoot more in the dark when it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one I have, it
Mm-hmm.
can shoot better when it's dark. When it's dark. So I would say when you are investing in your equipment, you should look into those things, especially the lens, the camera, and the light, and the flash for the picture. Now sometimes you're having flash that you put on top of the camera. That flash is good, but
Like here.
sometimes you bounce it. Yes, you put a flash there. But it doesn't. It's not advisable to bounce a flash on somebody's face. That's why when you
Okay.
are shooting in the house, you let the flash point on the ceiling, so that
Okay.
when it bounces on the ceiling, it will give you the same light, the even light in the entire room, so that your
Oh,
picture will be,
okay.
yeah, they will not
That's
know
a
where the
good
light is
trick.
coming, and it will just be, yeah, it will be soft. When you bounce the flash on somebody's face, it will look
The
harsh
person
in the
has to
first
cover
place,
their
and
eye
then
like this.
you have shadows.
Ah, okay.
Yes, those are the things. And the
Wow.
lighting is the most important thing in photography and videography. So that's why sometimes
Mm-hmm.
when you go to shoot, you first of all, even if there's light, you first of all shoot without light to see in your picture if there is need for light. And if there's need, you have
Mm-hmm.
to know the angle to put your lighting.
Mm-hmm.
But with all of that, the camera is always important to have a camera that can use different lenses, because you don't want to have a lens that would not permit you to shoot close. Like this long one I have, I always change it because if I'm shooting in a place where there are many people, I will always
Mm-hmm.
have to change it so that I can stand close. Because if I stand close with this one, I will not be
You
able to
want to
see.
show us
I
the
will
one
not
you're
see a
talking
distance
about?
like this.
Do you want
Yeah,
to
I'm talking
show
about
us the
this
one that
one.
you're talking about?
Yeah, this
Okay.
lens,
What kind of
like I
lens is
said,
that?
is 70. It's 70 to 200 millimeters. So it shoots from
Wow.
afar. You need to go far. You need to go like 70, like 1 meter before you can shoot 2 meters before you can shoot somebody,
Okay.
and and further again, so you can zoom. But if you get there are lenses that are like this, but not this one, and you can stand close to somebody and shoot. You don't need
Mm-hmm.
so that's why you need different lenses. But apart from that, it's about, like you say, close up, portrait,
Yeah.
and wide shot. They need
So we have
lenses as
three
well.
different types of pictures: close-ups, portraits, and wide shots.
Yes, and wide shot. All of these, you can use this lens if it's one person, but if it's a crowd, you need to have another lens. Except that you go far with this one to be able to shoot the people. But it's
Okay.
always good. It's always good to have at least two lenses, two,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can be
Okay.
able to change them when need be. Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, I think that's it. But then other important things are your cat to shoot with. You don't want to also go somewhere without a extra batteries.
An extra
Like you have
battery, an extra card, memory card. That's
extra
what he
card.
means by card.
Yeah, this card. You can have a camera for 20 million. No matter what you are doing with that camera, and you shoot your job. If what you shoot is inside here,
You lose
sometimes
that card.
the thing you are shooting is expensive more than your camera.
Yes, my brother.
If somebody has to come and take your camera with this card, maybe you
Yeah,
have to beg them
finished.
to give you the card. So
Yes, better
the
take the
client will
camera,
not
go down.
listen. The client will not listen, and from there you can have money to buy maybe your camera. So it's always important to save your card well, and
Yes.
your camera as well. Keep it
Palm
well.
hearts for Penjo Baba, please, guys. Are you learning something?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
palm hearts. Let's see those hearts. So,
these are
Penjo
the
Baba, now that we've learned some practical tips, we've learned about 3 types of pictures. We've learned about the fact that if you want to go out for any event, make sure that you have extra batteries with you. Make sure
yeah.
that you have extra memory cards with you, because that card you're shooting on can run out. Penjo Baba, I
Cannot
will
now.
tell you that I have had an instance like that, just like you were talking, where I was doing some shooting, and I had left the house. I mistakenly took a bag that did not have my extra cards in it. And
Oh
oh
God.
my God, oh my God, I started sweating there looking for who is going to give you their extra card to shoot with. That is the
Oh,
worst thing ever.
nobody.
And you miss a very important part of your shooting. So
Yeah.
let's talk about camera settings. Okay. So for
Mhm.
somebody that wants to set up their camera for pictures, what are some of the things that they should do? Just practical settings that they can do for an everyday. I just want to go ahead fast and just set my camera, take pictures, and go. What are some of the things that they should do?
Some people use auto. Auto means they don't need to go to. I use manual.
So automatic, okay. Manual, that's because you're a professional
Yes,
right there.
automatic is when you. How can I put it? Oh, what am I doing?
So automatic right here, it's just on my camera. You can't really see it, but is this part that says A plus. So you turn this little thing
Yes,
here to the A
yes.
plus.
When you do that, it means that you cannot control anything like lighting. You cannot adjust anything.
It
The
just
picture,
adapts to your
yeah,
environment.
the picture takes what it can adapt to. But
Yeah.
going to manual is when you adjust things by yourself. Even if you are aware there is too much light, you
You
can
can
reduce
adjust
the
it.
light in the camera, adjust it in the camera. So it's always advisable to shoot in manual and shoot on raw picture, raw
Raw.
raw picture. Yeah, raw. But some people have problems because they don't know how to edit raw. Raw picture means
Exactly.
it's compressed. It's compressed, and the quality of the picture is high. So if you don't
Okay.
have the Photoshop to use, you'll not be able to open that file. So that's why some people will shoot in JPEG. JPEG is simple when you are finished from RAW to red to save your picture, save it in JPEG. But the camera can shoot also in JPEG. But when the camera shoots in JPEG, you cannot even edit well. The quality will be low. That's why the picture size of Canon 5D Mark III is 24 megapixel and
Okay.
in RAW. But in JPEG, it will be like 9 megapixel.
Wow.
So there's a
That's a
lot of
big
difference.
difference.
So yeah, so when it's raw, it has all the when you open, you see if it's about the
I'm so
details,
surprised.
they'll be
Yeah.
there.
Wow.
They'll be there.
How did you
So and
pick
then
how did you pick my camera mark? Like you just picked it
I
completely.
saw it.
Like
I saw it.
you're really a professional, man. You're really, really a
saw it.
professional. So I
I
want
saw
us
it.
to go through how to set up your camera for a picture. So we're going to take a practical, whatever camera that you have there, just take us through the steps that you need to do. Let's say you get a new camera today.
Yeah.
Somebody buys you a camera today. What do you do? How do you set up your camera to do
That's
pictures?
that's why I was saying that it depends on you if you know how to shoot on raw or you just want to start shooting on
Start
in
shooting, because
in
that raw is for
manual.
advanced. That's for advanced
Yes.
photographers.
Yes.
Because
I mean,
on a regular, yeah,
I
a
was talking
regular
about
person.
the manual and
Mhm,
auto. If you are a
mhm.
starter, yes, you need to start with auto. but know that it will not give you the taste, the extent that you know the taste you want. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you are setting your camera, it means that you know what you want. Sometimes you go to profile. Profile means you are shooting natural and neutral. Neutral means the color is even. You don't want to, it's in the computer that you will adjust the colors. But
Mm-hmm.
when you're shooting on auto, it just shoots what it's shooting, and you have it is what you are going to edit and get.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So for me, I advise, but then when you're shooting with auto, is that when you're starting? Because every day when you have your camera, I always advise the starters, people, the beginners. When I've seen somebody who buy a camera, very expensive camera, and he will go and keep it in the house. He will be waiting for a job. It's when the job will come that they will go and start learning how to use the camera at job and their job. So for me, it's always about when I had this my camera, when I had my camera for the first time, I swear, I was always in the forest shooting, shooting, shooting.
Yeah, trying to practice with it and see the
Yes.
mistakes and see how you can fix it.
There's nothing that
Okay.
will help you than practicing and using your camera, shooting anything. Because first
Yeah.
of all, it's not about shooting, it's also about your angle. You need to know, the way you see, the way you put your camera, that camera, and see your subject is not the way I will see it.
Right.
But we will take the same picture, but the
Mm-hmm.
angle, maybe you will put the subject in the center. I'll put the subject in
At the
by the
corner.
corner. It's
Wow.
because I see it differently. The angles matters a lot, but at the same time, when you are taking pictures, I've seen photographers who just take pictures because they want to print and sell. But
Right.
myself, I take photographer as
There's no art in the picture because
yes,
taking the picture
yes,
is art at the end of the
yes.
day.
I take photos, because whenever I see anything or anybody, anywhere, anything, it's always a picture that comes to my mind first. Like, wow, look at that. I can take this picture. That's how I move around
Wow.
and see
That's
things.
beautiful.
So when
Mm-hmm.
you have your camera for the first time, that's what you want to be doing. You want to have
Okay.
that thing in you that everything you see is picture. You want to take a picture of it. That's the same
Yeah.
thing. I stood in this window and took a picture of the sunset, like within 30 minutes. I saw different colors in the sky. The same position I was standing in 30 within 30 minutes, difference of 15. Yeah, this is the picture. So with this picture, somebody was telling me that the one in pink, I touched it, I edited it, but I did not. So it's more of when you know what you want, when you see something and you want to capture it, and it will speak. People will also see the same art that you saw in it. The same thing like the picture in Yaoundé, the one I took the day and night. It's nothing much. It's all about when your eyes should see something beyond. It's not about just a picture. So, but
So,
before using the camera,
mhm,
before using your camera, you should know what you want to do with it.
right.
Like I said, it's not about. But then you must not know everything, but just know that you love taking pictures. You see
And
things
practice
and
more,
practice.
make mistakes and get better.
Yeah, you cannot do without making mistakes, even
Are
spoiling
there
your
some
camera.
resources? Are there resources, some resources or tools that you can, advise, people who want to get into photography to use? Let me say somebody has a camera already, they have a lens, they have a light, they want to start photography. Like, are there some tools where they can go to learn how to use some of these just to get started? Are there some
Yeah.
simple tools that you can advise?
Well, so honestly, me, I didn't learn photography from anybody. I just learned through, like I said, through practice. But YouTube helped me, and it's still helping me today. Some
Mhm.
people don't. Some people don't even understand that you get everything you want on YouTube. You just
It's
have to
like a
type what you
school.
want.
YouTube
Yes,
is a
it's cool.
school.
That's
Yeah.
where I've learned photography till today and cinematography. So I
Wow.
don't know how to say it again, but when you know what you want, you go to the internet, you find it, you see the results, you see how to learn about it. But some people are lazy; they just want to just
Just
know
skip
things.
that stage and just make the
Yeah,
money. They don't even
and
know how
tomorrow
to
they
take a
will,
picture.
Mhm. and tomorrow they will come back. They'll come back to the same position where they have to start again. So it's all
Okay.
about
So
passion.
building a six figures profession in photography, like building a six figures professional photography business in Africa, is that possible? That's your reality. You live that, you living that. It's your reality. What are some of the practical things that somebody who is into photography can do in order to build that kind of business that really brings the money home, that kind of six figures business?
Well, I would say it's not. Somebody will hear this and then they might go and spend money and buy equipment and come and put and think that yes, they'll just get clients now. It's all about you making your name. You make your name through hard work and you start from down. I've seen somebody who bought equipment, everything more than me. But today this same person is selling those equipment. After like 2 years, he couldn't do anything. He called me, he's selling the equipment, but I don't even have more like half of his equipment. But he
Wow.
couldn't do anything. He couldn't even get money back because he thought he would come and just
And just
get
buy
job.
every kind of equipment that he
Yes.
knows, all the names that he
So
hears, he'll go and buy them.
yeah. So making money is about how you build your business, brand it. There's nothing, there's no two things. When you brand your business and you are doing it well,
I think we lost you. We lost you, Penjo Baba. We lost your volume. Your volume just went off. So we have a guest in the house today on Spotlight with Gwendy. We're almost a little bit over an hour, and we would have about 20 more minutes to go just because this is like a practical session. He's giving us some tips on how to start and run a six-figure photography business in Africa. It's possible. He does that. And, he has some practical lessons that he's been sharing with us. So, yes, you're talking about the fact it's not all about getting the most expensive equipment in the market. It's all about learning how to use what you have right now.
you getting me now?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Yeah, when to make money in photography or whatever from camera, like I said, it's a very slow process. No matter how you want to go about it, you just have to be true to yourself. If you love it, if you love what you're doing, that's all. You keep doing it because you make mistakes. You have problems. You might feel someday like it's not going, and that's how I've always been. But what I'm doing today, I'm looking back, but I'm looking more ahead of what can I do. That's why Penjo
Better.
Studios is here. I had to put up a structure, the Penjo Studios office, where we're doing more than just photography, wedding photography now. So that's how you go about it. You can't just get up now and just buy equipment and start. Look how you can build your brand. Building your brand is about doing the best you can do, but do not compete with people. That's what many people forget. They instead compete with other people. Like somebody will come today and and buy equipment and just say be competing with some other people who are just there doing their job, not even aware of them. That's the worst thing any businessman would do, to compete with other people. No, there's no competition is about succeeding in what you're doing, not about wanting to be more than this person. It means you are fighting to yourself because that person is busy. Is
I
busy.
tell you, that person is busy making money.
Yeah, that's
I like
it.
that.
You can't. You cannot compete with people you don't even know how they go about their businesses.
Yeah, you don't
It's
even
not
know what
about
skills they
equipment.
have. You don't know what other
Yeah,
resources that they have. You don't know the support that they have. They might have a big team working with them, and you want to do the same
exactly.
things that they do. Work with what you have. I always say, start small. Start with what you
Exactly.
have and keep going. Keep going no matter
Yeah.
what. If you show up tomorrow is one person, go with that one person. They say like 10 million people. Work, put in your heart and soul. One day, it go pay. One day now, one day.
Yeah.
So I like this
And
this comment by Joyce Awurutani. She's an amazing, fantastic master of ceremony and events planner in the Maryland area. She says she absolutely agrees with the fact that branding is key. And she's asking, what are your tips on branding? What are your tips
That
on
was good.
branding? Because all of that
That was
goes
good.
hand in hand, branding and
Yeah.
marketing. Because you cannot just be taking your pictures. If you want to make money out of it, you need to know how to sell it. You need to know how to brand it so people can actually, it looks appealing for people to even call you for business and all that.
Yeah, of course. For example, Penjo Studios, some people might be saying like the studio will have been there long time ago. My target is not about making a studio where people come every day, maybe to take only pictures. The way I've always wanted it is to see a studio where it's like when you come in, taking pictures, you might see a lot of things that is beyond photos, only photos. So that's how I brand I wanted to brand my own business. But branding also is about, like I said, like you just said, quality.
The
You make
visuals, the
sure,
quality of your
yes, the
work.
visual. You make sure what you are presenting or what you are putting out there is the best. But do not, like I said, I keep saying, do not compete with people. When you
Yes,
brand yourself and make your product or your business unique the way you like it.
be
So you cannot do
original.
it, yes, if you cannot do it if you don't like it. And that's where passion comes in. Passion
Yes.
comes in because you keep you're doing your thing without asking people. You only make sure you are seeing how people are doing their own, you're doing your own differently
You're putting
without
yourself under
competing.
pressure. Hey, this person don't do 90 today. Your skin is hot. Your skin is
Yeah,
hot. You have a vision. When
that's
you
how
started whatever it
somebody
is that you're doing, you had your vision. So don't
somebody
be those.
contacted me.
Yes, go ahead.
Some- Somebody contacted me and was like about branding, like she just asked now. But the person wanted me to do. She had a business that she wanted pictures, her products, for me to take pictures of the product. Now, when you come to me and you are like, you want me to take pictures of your, maybe you have dresses or designs, outfits,
Mm,
and I'll always ask you, how do you want to use the pictures? They'll
mm,
say, I want to put it on Facebook, I want to put it on my website, and so on.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I learned also something recently because I always advise them, you can come, we shoot as many pictures as possible so that you can be using them gradually on your
Gradually for
posting.
different things. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can just post them in 1 week. You may spend money and post them, but when they come and I give them the price, I'm not giving the price because it's just clothes. I'm giving the price also because we're doing it in a way that is to sell your business. It's just like MTN will come here and say, you give you a picture to shoot for their billboard, and you give them the price for the same price that somebody will come from his house and you give. You don't do that.
Right. So you you
That
you
picture they are
charge
taking
people
it,
according to the kind of work that they expect
they
from
are
you.
doing with the yes. So, but it depends. If it's a business, big business, fine. If you are a small business, we go with the way your business is. But when they go with
Mm-hmm.
the way your business is, some people will always say like they think you will take them the same as people who come here with their families. But you tell them no. These pictures
Are
is for your
commercial
business.
pictures.
We are not just
Yeah.
a commercial picture. So we are taking our time to also make it be more for that.
And
And
so, do you also advise people?
sometimes,
That's just adding to what you're saying. Like, if somebody comes to get pictures, they don't have an idea. They just want pictures for their website, their social media, and all whatnot. They want to
yeah,
rebrand themselves with pictures and
concept.
all that. Do
Somebody
you
will
also
contact
offer
me and I'll ask
advice?
them, um, yeah. When they contact me, I ask them, what is your concept? That's my first question always.
Okay.
And some will say, I don't have a concept. You can help me. So I always ask question, we meet, what is your business about? And when you
Mm-hmm.
understand their business, you can have creative mind. If you are creative enough, you can
Yes.
propose something. Like some, of course,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying something. Somebody came here with the advert about her app, and
Mm-hmm.
she didn't have any idea. So we had to sit together and we brought up ideas. And the idea I brought was very better. She saw it very better than her own idea. So it's about also helping them. You're acting like a consultant and
Right. So
giving
you
an
offer
advice
that
to,
that comes as your package when your clients
yes,
come. And
yes,
some people don't do that. They
yes.
just take only your pictures. They don't give you advice.
Woo! and
If you
go.
say take
Yeah.
and so, I
Yeah.
stand so you
So
take and, you know.
your client should your client should automatically be your friend, especially in creating concepts and ideas for their business, for what they want you to do. If you're just sitting and waiting for them to come and give you to shoot, you realize that tomorrow you will also be very, you look at your work and you'll not even like it because you didn't take time. Yes, so branding is very important in business.
Does
And
branding
sometimes
end with
because
taking
somebody comes,
pictures? Does it go beyond pictures?
no,
Does branding go beyond pictures?
it goes beyond pictures. Why? Because pictures, what people see should be what they get. That's
Okay.
why if now and then the branding also would make your business people will value it. Somebody will not just come and meet you anyhow. I give an example from Stephanie Tum. I keep calling her name, sorry, but the way she branched, she did her business is I always take it as an example for anybody. It's not like she spent a lot to brand herself, her business, and it makes the prices are not just like any other prices, but the products are also the best products. So you should not brand something that somebody will use and say, ah, what is that? So you have to brand something that also the quality will cover it up and say, wow, that's it. So she took her time and we worked together. We worked for like 2, 3 weeks on her pictures and videos. And that's
Wow.
it. You have to be patient. She's very patient. You have to be patient when you're doing this kind of job because sometimes somebody will come here and because they just want to have pictures, they just want to have them posted and post their pictures. But when you are telling them you are still working on this, and they give you time, you people are working together. If I will call me sometime at midnight and say, Baba, can we do this? Can we do this? And that's how we collaborate, we work together. If not, you will find yourself not even having any photographer to work with because you're always you're always shouting at them or you're always trying to bring up your own ideas when you want anytime you want, which is not right.
Okay, so it's very, very important as a, you know, a business person. If you're trying to brand yourself, maybe if you want to take pictures, like you see, just let's just take the example of this picture here on the screen. Stephanie Toom, she's advertising this beautiful
Just
collection. You know, just the pictures that she has taken. There's so many of them, but I just don't want us to go on and on with the pictures.
yes.
Um, you want to go and buy it. You want to go buy the pictures. You want to buy these
Yeah.
clothes that she's wearing. She
The
wears them
designer,
so
I was like,
nicely.
when she started, the designer,
Yeah. So branding is such a vital aspect of
okay,
growing your business. Yes, yes, Penjo.
yeah, I was saying that the designer of these clothes, yes, I was saying that
Yes.
the designer of these clothes, right? When we finished these pictures, I was telling her she was posting a lot, like different pictures every minute. So I was like, since these pictures, I thought you were going to keep them and be posting gradually. And
One
she
by
told
one. So
me
you have something
the
new
more she
every
posts,
time.
the more they are buying her product, the more they are buying those clothes, and
Yeah.
that she's running out of stock. Then that's where I said that I learned something from her because
Okay, so guys, we are having some technical issues here, man. We're talking right now about branding and marketing. How can you rebrand yourself if you're a business? What are some of the things that you need to do in order to grow that business into a profitable business, like a six-figure business? We're talking about millions. If you're in Africa, it's about millions of francs CFA or millions of naira and stuff like that. So branding is just so important. And we're actually taking a case study where he was talking about Stephanie Toom, who is a movie producer, director, and businesswoman in Cameroon. She's been doing promotions for her products. MB Glow and some other products. And she's also a model for a fashion house in Paris and all of that. And so Penjo is just giving us insight on some of the ways that he discusses branding with he needs to understand your story, your why do you want to do this, what do you want to use these pictures for. That way he can advise you on what to do and how to help you put the information that you're trying to put out there. So welcome back, Penjo Baba. The network is messing up with us, but we're happy to have you back. So we're talking about branding and the importance of having a good branding strategy in place and how it can help your business grow. And you were just telling us here that you were working with Stephanie Toom, and I had one of her pictures there on the screen. And you were talking about the fact that you also learned a lot from her whenever you were working with her, because you felt that she was like sometimes you feel that it's better to wait, but sometimes it's better to go along with the flow. You want to showcase more of your work to the public. You want to showcase the different things that you have in store and all of that. So there, Penjo Baba is sharing with us some practical tips at this time. And unfortunately, we have a lot of network issues. It's really, really unfortunate that we are experiencing these technical issues right now, because this is when we want to learn more, right? I want to thank all of you who've been able to stay with us right up to now. Because it's been a practically long broadcast, but we're so grateful that you took the time to be here. So, Penjo Baba, we're talking about branding. Before, let's just take three main tips that you want to give out to business people out there on how they can rebrand themselves and how branding can help their business. Did you hear me or no? Hello? I don't know if Penjo, can you hear me? Can you hear me at all? Okay, so I'm thinking that we're having a lot of technical issues right now with Penjo Baba. We're just going to give it a little 2 more or 3 more minutes. If we don't get him back, then we'll try to see if we can get him back on the show at some point. There's something else that we've been talking about. My team and I have been talking about it. We're looking for ways in which we can actually really give back to the community, especially with some of our guests who are professionals who come on the show. Because we don't have enough time to talk about everything during the broadcast, we're thinking of ways in which we can open up a window where these professionals can come on and give you guys a live practical session. Okay. So we discussed that with Penjo Baba, and he's very, very happy to come and share some useful skills, photography skills with you guys. So once we get that settled, we're going to bring him back. So we're working on that. It's going to be a different window that we are creating. And so just make sure that you're following our page and our activities so you don't miss out on an important practical lesson or session that would have changed your life. So Penjo Baba, 3 tips on how businesses can brand themselves better to attract more high-paying clients.
Well, like I said, it's only about being different in your
Being unique,
style of work, being unique in
authentic.
your style of work. Yes, your style of work, especially the quality of your work, and uh, be humble. I say be humble because sometimes somebody will contact you. I'll tell you there's a wedding of Chantal Bia's nephew. Because we are, I mean, humility because you receive calls from clients, from people who you don't know, and
Yeah.
you have to be discussing with them. You don't know who they are
Nice on the
really.
phone. You may not know who it is.
Yes. Yeah. So because you are doing a good job, it doesn't mean that anybody who calls you and asks for
You
your
have to be rude to them.
services, you should have to be rude to them. That's one important thing. I've talked to people that
That's a
We
great
discuss,
point.
they talk to me like you and I. But when I meet them or when it's
You're
their wedding,
surprised.
I see it was a general's daughter, it was a minister's daughter, it was
Wow.
this, and I'm like, so if I knew before, I would have given you more, much bill.
That kind of thing.
Like, I
You know,
yeah.
yeah, because that's a so humility is it's important. It's so important. So be authentically you, be
Yes, so
unapologetically who you are. There's something that you got that the next person doesn't have. Just be you
yes,
and
and
do
then
you. Be
and
humble.
the relationship you build with the client, especially when you're talking and when you're planning for their work, because they don't have your what they take you is not just about going to shoot. It's about communicating with them instantly from and constantly from till the day of the wedding
Yeah,
to
that
make
connection
sure.
that you get.
Yes, I always discuss like where will you be dressing? What is your hall? Some contact me before they even book their hall. Like
Wow.
I start advising them on the kind of hotel they should dress
Pump hearts, guys.
because
Thank
of
you so much. Hearts.
the because of
Smash
the
the
beautiful
like button,
pictures you
guys.
want, because of the beautiful pictures you want to have, and because of so I'm always proposing beautiful things for the clients. Those are the
Mhm.
things that some because they can come and pay you as a photographer, you go and sit in your house, and you're only waiting for the day of the wedding. Come on, the couple they need to have you because when you're talking to them as an advice or giving them tips, they are very happy because they don't know some don't even know anything. You tell them go left, they go left, go right, they go right. And those are the clients that they know you are there. They're expecting a lot from you. So you should be humble, you should be patient. Yeah, you should be patient.
Okay.
And so
And
those
and
are
the
the
last
few
thing.
things that you make.
So you've told us three,
The
but I've
last
not
thing
yet heard
is
about the branding aspect. Yes, that is part of the branding because if you don't even have the right attitude, people will not want to book you again and they're not going to talk good
yeah.
about you. They will not refer you to their friends, their relatives. So that relationship is so vital to keep a good relationship. So now for
Yeah.
somebody who has all of those qualities, but they're not still making the money, they're trying to rebrand. What are some of those tips that you want to tell them? Hey, if you do this, if you do that, maybe you need to take some professional pictures. If you're trying to sell a book, if you're trying to sell a magazine, no go take picture that all over your phone. Try find money, hire photographer where you know it work, me do the work for you. So what are some of those practical lessons that somebody who is getting into business or who wants to upgrade their business and through branding and marketing, what would you advise them to do?
Well, it's not really much because, like I said, I can be with you, same business,
Mhm.
and you see me doing, I see you doing well, better than me. If I'm not, I don't have to be doing like you. That's why
Mhm.
we say be unique, be unique.
Be authentically you. Yes.
Some people always want to be focusing on how you do it or what you do, and they forget that even if you copy what I'm doing, you're not going to implement the same as I'm doing because the client that you're going to have might not be soft and might not
And they
give you
don't have
the
your
chance to
vision. They
even
don't even have your
execute
vision.
what
So
you have. Yes.
yeah.
So I'm always saying be creative and be serious, be passionate. The more you're passionate about what you do, is the more you learn every day by yourself, even without people telling you what to do. So it's about that.
Okay. So I guess we've had a lot. This was a
Yes.
long broadcast.
Yeah.
And
2 hours.
tell you the truth, I feel like I want to stay and talk more, but we cannot abuse of your time, Penjo. We already started late because of a little
Yeah.
technical stuff up and down. We've been interrupted so many times because of the network going off on us. Crazy
Yeah.
network. Ah. But we're hanging in there.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you so much, Penjo Baba. Thank you. I
Thank
respect you
you
so
too. Thank you.
much. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so keep going. You're doing Cameroon proud. You're doing Africa proud with the amazing images. Your images are on Bella Niger. Very soon it's going to be on Vanity Fair in the United States, on one of the top wedding magazines in the world. I mean, the sky is
Yeah.
your starting point. So we need to dream big, right?
Yeah.
And someday Oprah Winfrey is going to call you to come and
Well,
do her photo shoot. Why not? It's possible for a
Of
Cameroonian. We
course.
started working with Beyonce. So what about? We did good. We are good now. We're talented. We've got the
Exactly.
skills. We've got it. And we've got each other.
Yeah.
So we go root for you. We'll keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. So Penjo Baba, as a
Exactly.
photographer, somebody who is doing well in his business and in his craft, there's so much that is happening. What would you want to say to all creatives out here? Cameroon is starting to get that recognition. We're starting to be noticed for our talent and all that. What would you want to say to those creatives out there as somebody who is working between Cameroon, Africa, and the world? What can we do better to have a better image, to better represent ourselves as professionals out there?
The only thing I would say is we should not we should not we should not copy other people what other people are doing. Like Cameroon, we have everything, but when it comes to business, we still have a problem with I would say investors or people who can put money in the business. But it
Yeah.
doesn't stop us. It doesn't stop us from you as a person who has to focus as a business mind. It doesn't stop you from building your business. If we
Mhm.
focus on
From moving,
people who
we
should,
move.
yes, move.
We keep going.
But then international out of Cameroon, that's sometimes you're focusing on yourself. You're not focusing on Cameroon. Because
Yes.
if you are doing business and you want to look at Cameroon like I want to do this for Cameroon, then you will not do anything. You're doing it
Yeah.
for yourself, for those around
You
you,
want
for
to
those
give
that you're
value.
working
You
with.
want to give value.
It
You want to
gives you
give
the
value
image.
back. Hmm.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people who keep talking about Cameroon. Like, of course, we're doing it for Cameroon, but you don't have to
You're
be like
Cameroonian first, right? But that should
exactly.
not
You're
limit
only
you.
yes. So
Don't
you
limit
should do
yourself.
things. You should do things because you love them. Don't do them because you want to make Cameroon this. Because whatever you're doing, as small as it is already Cameroon.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
I go to Nigeria. I go to other countries. They know I'm coming from Cameroon. What I'm going to do there, I'm going to tap my own knowledge, my own
And to
experience, things that I will
network
come back to
and
Cameroon.
widen your
And when you
scope.
come back to
Yes.
Cameroon, you look at the way people are doing things. The only thing that's it. That's how it is.
Man, Penjo Baba, give me five.
Because
So chombe for yes. So Tash, Naka.
the,
My brother, thank you.
because
Thank
if you
you.
go out, if,
Yeah.
if you go out and come back to Cameroon and you are just bragging that I was in Nigeria for this for that without anything that you
Oh no, this network don't just come for bad time. We Penjo Baba want to conclude the program. We've taken enough time, and so if Penjo Baba comes in the 1 minute that is left, we're going to take him. But if not, I'm going to just say thank you, guys. Aish, we're not too much. Oh, JTD, our Eme, Joyce, Pelagie, all of you guys watching today, all of you who shared, all of you who are giving value, contributing. Yvonne Shaka. She says amazing story behind the picture. Yes, you can put Penjo Baba on the screen so that we can conclude touch. Yes, go ahead, put him on. I'm trying to look at all of her hair, her dresses. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Mata A Akumbom. She always has some interesting comments here. She say, Penjo, I don't see her work. You go now ahead. Eleso. That is amazing. Penjo Baba, there's
yeah,
this
thank
really
you.
good comment from Ranwi Teddy. He says, Penjo Baba, I can remember you did one with CNN where you showcase the insult culture. There's so many things about you that's always in my memory. Keep it up, bro. So these are really good messages,
Wow.
And there's another one from JTD. He says, I've always admired you, Penjo Baba. My first time to enter your studio was during an audition at Jouvence on the road to Mendon.
Oh,
I have never met you in person, though. I love and admire your simplicity. It has always been my wish to meet you in person. You're meeting him here virtually, and you
of
can go ahead
course,
and
yes.
connect with him. I have been
Yeah,
seeing your work.
exactly.
Great work. So, guys, don't limit yourself. That's why we're here to bring you these people to connect us together. That way, you can
Yeah.
meet Penjo Baba, talk to him, connect with. He will respond. Oh, Penjo Baba now one of the most humble people the world I don't know of my life. For over 10 years now that I know Penjo, we don't practically grow together. Penjo Baba, you know me,
Yeah, of
we'll start this
course.
thing and do it today.
Confirm. We're still there. We're still
No,
there.
be today we are grinding. You see this work that we're doing, we love it, we're passionate about it, and that's why I'm still here.
Exactly.
12 years on,
Yeah,
I am still
exactly.
here, and by fire, by force, we will make her. We will must
We'll
to
make up.
succeed. You
That's
understand now?
it.
Yes, no shaking. Eh?
No shaking.
Tengufon is joining very late. He says, greetings, Penjo Baba. So great to have you.
Yeah.
Belaji,
Say,
kisses, love to you too, and the kids. So, yes, Penjo Baba, before we wrap up, what should people take home today? Say, hey, I was with Penjo Baba today. I got this very vital lesson that I'm going to go on with in my career, in my passion.
only thing I can say is I always look at business. It's about business. You don't do something that tomorrow
Make
you
the
can't.
money.
Yes, you don't focus on something that you're just focusing for fame or for people to know
For
you.
Facebook likes and comments.
Yeah.
Oh, who is watching?
And
And only 10 people they watch. Okay, where, massa? No, think about the after. Are you
they'll
making
come and
money from
watch.
that? You know, some
Yeah,
people are there,
because
they are quiet, but they make millions, 6, 7 figures
yes, of
in their
course.
business. Don't
And then
compare with me.
if social media is helping you, use it wisely and use it for your business.
Yes,
Like me, I use social media for my business. I
yes, it's
don't
great.
don't be using social media for things that doesn't, like I said, whatever you are doing, make sure it's putting food on your table. Even if it's not putting now, you have to, if you love it, find out
Keep
how to
up,
learn,
make it
to
better,
make it better. Yeah. And
improve it.
to take you where you want to go. There's nothing as business that cannot work if you put in your effort. That's what it
Oh,
is.
Pedro Baba,
Yes,
Chombe.
sir.
I want to
Thank
thank you
you.
so much, Penjo Baba. It was a pleasure. Wonderful having you on the show today. This is Spotlight with Gwendy, guys. We're here every Tuesday and Saturday. When we don't have a guest, we don't have a show on Tuesday. So Tuesday is usually just because when we are overbooked, we want to have a show on Tuesday. But hey, Tuesdays and Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Usually it's 7 or 8 p.m. depending on how the clock is changing. Central African time. And it's a 1 hour conversation where we bring you people, personalities, and professionals whose stories have us, whose stories and experiences can inspire and empower. If you're joining us today for the very first time, this is a call to action. Please go click the like button, follow this page, subscribe, and turn on the notification. And our guest, Penjo Baba, is such a resourceful person. Please go follow him. He has already more than 100. The guy has almost 200,000 followers. So you don't even need, now we define follower. I don't need enough follower because, and we need follower, but still connect with him. He's a humble, open person. He's always ready to help, always ready to mentor. If you want to grow in your photography business, contact him, talk to him. Pelagie asked a question: what are some of the best cameras to start with? I think I saw that question at some point. I just can't remember where it is because it's missing somewhere. We're going to have a practical
Oh,
session with Penju Baba. We're opening up a window where it's going to be learn a new skill, and we'll have a lot of professionals come on here and teach us little things that we can do to improve our lives. Okay, if that's something that you guys like, wanna smash like button. It's all about giving back. Okay, that's what
yeah,
I'm all about, because there's nothing else in your life if you're all the things that you are and you don't give back to the community, you don't give back to anybody, then I don't know, me, I'm doing it for myself, for my heart, for my, just it gives me joy to be able to give back, give
yeah,
value to people. People should remember something, even if it's just your funny smile, even if it's just something that you do, just
yeah.
just try as much as possible to give back to the community. Benjo Baba,
Exactly. Yes,
how
yes.
do you say thank you in your dialect? No, salute people there for your area. Those who are
Very,
watching.
very, very, very,
Very,
very,
very,
very,
very
very.
what? Very, very no.
Mhm.
I know that JTD understands your language very well,
Yes,
and that's from
it
the
does.
north northwest
West.
region of Cameroon. For those who are joining us from Banso, Asaka, is that Asaka? Is that how they
Saka,
greet
eh?
them?
Yes.
Now, since I did try now, I did learn small, small from Una. So by the time I go for day, things go be very, very okay. He says,
Exactly.
Jete, you don't write that, huh? He said, very even for ye. Hey.
Exactly.
I
Very,
love it.
very
So
say.
Berry Benfeyi, Penjo Baba,
Mm.
Mia, from where I come from Gemba, Mia Tata. Thank you so much, Baba, for
Thank you.
educating us, for inspiring us, for empowering some other business people out here and photographers with your story, with your experience, all the advice and tips that you've given. Thank you so much. God bless you. Keep up the good
Welcome.
work. When I can't Cameroon, I can't take my own picture. Them no fit joke. People don't take all kind fine picture. But the answer if you had the big bottle massa. But
Better
I'm
come
coming
on.
for my own
Better come.
pictures.
Let's shoot. Let's shoot.
All right, Penjo, all the best. God bless you. God bless all of you for tuning in, guys. You all are the best. My best people for this one. I will not. Don't you know they? I'm here
Thank
for you
you.
guys. Yeah, anytime. So, Penjo, all the best now. God bless you.
Okay.
God turn sight again, bless you again. And don't forget to share with that money. Because no say money the enter. Oh, money the enter. We need partners on Gwendy Media. We need support. We need all those kind of things. So don't forget about us. We're here, we're growing.
Yeah.
When you grow, so hold your sister your hand for back, say, Petit sir, I beg come. I don't see for this small thing. You do so bring us some of those
No
your guests.
wahala.
Bring us some of those your celebrities on the show. Let's get to know them and all of that. So,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. No
Alrighty.
wahala.
So,
Okay.
all the best, all the best, all the best. Alrighty. I am so pumped up. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. We had an amazing 2 hours and 11 minutes. Oh my gosh, that was a long time. It's always a 1 hour conversation, but because we had a practical lesson in between, and then we also had a lot of internet network interruptions, it took us a little longer. But we want to say thank you so much to our amazing, fantastic guest who was here to share his story with us. Penjo Baba, if you don't know who it is, his name is Penjo, Penjo. Baba, Baba. Go check him out on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere on all social media. He is there. He's present. He's killing it. Working with all the celebrities in Africa, Cameroon, and the world. I beg, you know what me, celebrity photographer, take a picture. Do you know what that means? Ha! Somebody that's worked with all the best in the world. If he takes your picture, oh my God. Do you know what it is? Yeah, picture if you enter Isabella Niger by jokes. So if you enter Isa Vanity Fair magazine, just like that. So in fact, me any man Jody prepare yourself, we all are going to Penjo Baba. He told me his studio is in Douala. Contact him on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever it is. He's going to respond to you. He's a humble guy. I can tell you that one straight way. Okay. Next week, we're going to be talking all about philanthropic work. And we'll be talking to an amazing organization that's been doing so much helping the internally displaced people from Cameroon who live in Nigeria. They've been working a lot. They've created a training school in Nigeria where they're giving back to the community and helping these people to start their lives again, make a living out of what they know how to do and stuff like that. So, guys, next weekend, we'll not keep this rendezvous, no shaking. You guys are my people now. I know that you guys will not fail me. You will be there. And we're going to build this community together. We're going to build a better world together. You all know what I love to say. First things first, if you know I subscribe to the channel, I beg, go subscribe. What are you doing now? You know what make me grow? So go and subscribe. Make sure that you comment and support us because it helps the YouTube to know that people are appreciating what we're doing. So the fact that we take this time to find these guests, follow up with them, beg them. So they say, I beg can't talk, I beg can't do this. They don't have time. They're so busy. Penjo Baba is like crazy busy. but we had to make it happen so that our people can learn, they can get something. We have valuable people in the community, and we are always talking to amazing people who can inspire and empower. And you could be the next. So keep doing those amazing things that you're doing, and you might just get that ching ching call from us saying, please, can you do us the honor to come on Spotlight with Gwendy and share your amazing story? That would be great, right? So, anyways, guys, what have we forgotten to say? I'll see you next week with the same pleasure and honor. Until then, keep doing good, keep giving back, keep inspiring the world, keep being a positive force in the community. And don't forget, you can be the change you want to see in the world. If you don't like how people are doing things, be the change. You can do it. Okay? Let's do it together. I'll see you guys next week. God bless you. Mwah!